how good are men when it comes to keeping on top of their health? Well, pretty bad, it seems. Men are almost a third less likely than women to go to the doctor, with embarrassment, would you believe it, being the main reason. And people are more likely to check sports results than their body. Well, fear not, because there's a doctor in the house. Yes, Dr. Amir.
Yes.
You're here to put us right.
I am. And actually, men are more likely to die from preventable causes as well, like heart attacks, like things related to diabetes and even suicide. So it is important that we talk about these things. Often when men come and see me at the surgery, the first thing they'll say is, well, I'm not really worried, but my missus is worried, so she's sent me over here. So we open up that conversation. And I also think men don't engage with the health services as much as women do, because women have to go to see the doctor or the nurse for contraception, for pregnancy, for smears. But we don't necessarily have that relationship or that many appointments as we get older. So going to see the doctor can feel a little bit alien, but it's so easy to do, it's so important to do, and it's really, really important that we get this sorted. And we're going to do a full MOT on you.
Yes, and I need it, my word, I need it. Charles, just quick, are you good at going to the doc? Do you go?
I go once a year for a full MOT, and then I quite like going to the doctor, but I don't want to bore him. That's a typical male thing, isn't it? You think, oh, I don't want to trouble him. But I do think, really, that people should think about it as a responsibility to their family and loved ones. It's not just you, it's the people who are going to be affected if you aren't taking a serious note on what's happening to your body.
It's a very, very good point, yeah. Sam, and imagine when you go to the doctor, he's like, cancel everything this afternoon.
I was going to say.
Thompson's in for a chat.
Those are some rookie numbers over there, mate, I'm going to be honest with you. I go a lot. Yeah, I'm maybe even a hypochondriac, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm very aware of, like, any changes. I'm, like, hyper-aware of any changes in my body and stuff. So I go all the time. I get a lot of tonsillitis.
Yeah.
We can talk about that later.
Well, we'll have a chat.
Yeah,
but it's good to be aware. It's good to be aware of what's normal and then get any abnormalities checked. We often get men coming in because they haven't been in so frequently. They come in with a list of things. So that's just why I'm here.
I love a list. I love a list as well. Write them down.
Yeah, it's harder for us, though, on the other side with a list. So come in more frequently, I think, is the one thing.
The one thing we want to show everyone at home today is, all you blokes out there, is that a full check doesn't take very long.
No.
So I am going to be your patient.
Yes.
And you're going to run through a basic check that you do in the surgery, and it's to really just help you at home to see what's coming your way and to book one in. So
let's do it.
Yeah, should we do this? Right. And just another point, I think would really help if there were people clapping you every time you went to the doctor.
Yeah, I think that would be really nice.
Good,
Do you want to come to my surgery?
OK, Doc, all yours.
Right, so we're going to do a top-to-toe MOT on you, just things that I would look out for. So the first thing I would say is open up your mouth, let's have a look inside there. And particularly if you smoke or if you drink alcohol, any lesions, ulcers, red or white patches that have been there for 3 weeks or more, that needs checking. It could be mouth cancer, so we want to have a look at that.
How am I doing there? Okay.
Good, really well. All looks good so far. In the neck, any kind of hoarseness of voice, unexplained hoarseness of voice that's been there for 3 weeks or more, could be a throat cancer. It could be a cancer on the top of your lungs pressing on a nerve there, so get that checked. Also, be familiar with your neck. Any lumps that are around under the chin, down here, around the clavicle area, and feel your thyroid. Any swellings there, particularly if they've been there for 2 weeks or more, get them checked. Now, we're going down to the chest area here. Men are more likely to suffer from heart attacks, so any kind of unexplained chest pain there, always get that checked. But men also have breast tissue, and not everybody knows that, so we should be checking our breast tissue and chest area as well, and it's the whole chest area. Start at the nipple, work your way round like that in circles, and you want to do that all the way up to that collarbone there, and make sure you feel under that arm for any lumps or bumps.
Yeah, what are you looking for? Like how big a lump or how small?
Any lumps. It doesn't matter how big or small. If it's new and unexplained, get it checked. Okay. And then down here, any new unexplained indigestion, particularly in men over 50, we want that looked at. That could be a sign of stomach cancer. Unexplained abdominal persistent pain, particularly if it's associated with weight loss. A rare type of cancer is pancreatic cancer. Abdominal pain, weight loss, or back pain, we want that looked at.
And sometimes when you get a bit older and you eat certain foods and it gives you the old... Is that something you should be looking at?
Only if it's persistent, but if it's related to food and you can pinpoint the food and you take that out of your diet and it gets better, then you've found the cause there. But if it persists despite you doing that, then it's unexplained. Okay. The other thing I will say about back pain, lower back pain in men over the age of 60, if you haven't lifted anything or you've pulled anything, then we must get that checked. That could be a sign of prostate cancer or a rare kind of bone marrow cancer called a myeloma. Tummy-wise, unexplained. Change in bowel habits, any bleeding from the back passage, always get that checked. And then we're going to move down to the penis and the testicle area. Penile cancer is rare, but it is aggressive when it happens.
I've never heard, I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, it's really serious. So any kind of lesion, ulcers, any papules or kind of warty lesions, either go to the sexual health clinic or come and see us. We'll be able to figure it out between us.
Getting testicles checked is something that men do fear going to the doctor, but it's very, very quick.
It's really quick, and you can do it yourself as well. The best time to do it is after a hot bath or a shower. The skin around the scrotum becomes much looser at that point, and so it's easier to feel the testicle. So after a shower or bath, do it then. You can either do it standing up or lying down. I prefer standing up. And I'm just going to talk you through it, really. So you do want to get your testicle...
Are you going to do this right now?
I'm going to do it on you. Come on, let's do it.
Oh, we're going to have you.
Right. So what you want to do is get your testicles between your thumb and forefinger, and you just want to roll them around like this. I am doing it. And you want to check for any lumps within the testicle. Make sure you feel up those tubes that are attached to the testicle as well. You can get lumps in that area called cysts, which can happen. You can get lots of veins dropping down into the testicle. That's called varicocele. That can be normal. It's nothing serious. But any lump swelling in the testicle, get it checked. If your testicle is bigger than the other one and that's unusual, get that checked as well. Now we're going to turn you around.
How are they doing? They good, the lads?
They feel good. They feel good.
I tell you what, this is a high point. People are clapping my testicles. What are they?
Now, the most common type of cancer in men is prostate cancer.
Whoa, there's only so much I will do for television. But I have got something that might help you. Yes.
Oh, thank you. Here we go. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Yes.
This is an exact replica of my bottom.
It is perfectly peachy.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to take the stigma out of a prostate examination because this is one of the reasons men don't want to come because they worry about this examination. So the prostate, it's a gland, it sits at the bottom of the bladder. If it gets bigger, either with cancer or with age, it can obstruct the flow of urine out of the bladder. So you get symptoms of, needing to go to the toilet, but you don't empty your bladder completely, so you keep going back. Poor stream, weak stream, dribbling, pushing really hard to get that urine out.
So this is in real time now, so people know this is what's coming their way.
So I will feel this prostate. So the first thing I'm just have a quick look, get you nice and comfortable. I'll explain it all to you before I do it. I put a little bit of jelly on my finger, that's all, and then I'll get you to lie on your side, and then all it takes is just going to pop that in. I'm going to have a feel around there, feel for your prostate, see what it feels like, and that is it. That is all. And then we put your trousers back on and you've had your prostate exam. Wow. No need to fear that prostate exam at all. It's not painful. It can be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's over within seconds. So if you're worried about your prostate and you're not coming to see us because of this examination, don't. Come and see us. And the other thing I would say is if you've got a family history of prostate cancer, or if you're a black Afro-Caribbean man, you're at high risk. You may not want to wait for symptoms. You may want to get it checked without getting symptoms because your risks are much higher than if you're not in that category.
That just took a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Nothing to fear.
Yeah.
Dr. Amir, thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll leave that with you.
Thank you so much. I won't lie to you, that examination looked really weird from this side. It's very odd from this side. Oh, my goodness, let's get rid of that. Rightio, our first advice, of course, is always go to your GP if anything is wrong. And there's loads of help and advice on all that and everything that we've spoken about today at itv.com/helpline.